What it do, ladies and gentlemen? I messed around and wormed everybody today. Got me filthy, but it had to be done. I had somebody hit me up in the comments. Oh, if y'all have a topic that y'all want me to talk about, some things I may not have experience on, I may not understand, but if I do have some knowledge on the topic that y'all want to talk about, I'll go ahead and talk about it. So do me a favor, if you have any questions or anything you're wondering about, go ahead and drop that in the comments. So somebody was asking me about inbreeding. They were saying that, well, there was a couple people actually. I got hit up on my IG today and on my YouTube channel. So I may get the people mixed up because I don't remember the names. But one person was like, I heard it's not a good thing, but I want to do it. And someone else said, what are you doing? You're not supposed to do that. Well, I hate to break it to you, but the simplest way I can explain it, if you have a dog that is papered and is registered and is part of a dog breed, the only way that dog can have papers, I'm talking about the big names like UKC, AKC, and ABKC, they do not allow you to mix dogs. There's other registries that do that. I believe BRC does, CBR does. You have to do your research because I'm not registered under them. I'm only registered under ABKC, and I have some dogs UKC, but I don't register pups or anything through that. That's just what I did from 5 years ago. But so in other words, you're in a gene pool. Say American Bully. You're in a gene pool. All the dogs are American Bullies. So there's only 3 different things you can do. You can inbreed, you can linebreed, and you can outcross. Or is it crossbreed? I can't remember. Look it up. Because one of them, I think it's crossbreed is when you breed 2 different breeds. So an American Bully to what a lot of people like to do, a French Bulldog. Then you have the outcross, which is different bloodlines. Like pretty much every single American Bully is either Gotti or Edge. Then from there it breaks down. You can, I know Gotti blood really well because that's pretty much everything in my yard besides Jupiter has Gotti blood. One of Gotti's most famous sons is Dax. Now, when you talk about Dax sons, you can say Lucky Line, which is Lucky Luciano. You got a Grand Champion Chumper who comes off of Situation. So Situation has enough dogs out there that I'm sure he has his own blood. You have Louis V line. That's a Dax son. So see, you might be like, oh man, I like, Louis V blood. I hate that Lucky blood. Well, dude, they got the same daddy. You know what I mean? So you just gotta, know what you're talking about. So pretty much all my dogs, all of them but Jupiter, have Dax in their bloodline. I'm a big fan of Dax. So I've bred to plenty of Dax sons and grandsons and even great-grandsons. Spartacus 2 is a grandson. Lucky Luciano is a son. Louis V is a son. Hollywood is a grandson. Situation is a son. Grand Champion El Toro is a great-grandson. Who's some of the other dogs I used? That's off of him. I have some other ones that I haven't used yet that I have locked in, but that's my point. So those are your options. You can either line breed, which line breeding is, say like, a cousin to a cousin. They have a similar ancestor. That's one of my favorite breedings. My favorite breedings are grandparent to a grandchild and half brother to half sister. Those are some of the, in my experience, have been the 2 of the best breedings. So, the half brother, half sister, they share a similar parent, whether it's the mother or the father. And then they don't share a similar parent, which is somebody's mother and somebody else's, whatever, or father, or whatever. So those are your options. I have done 2 inbreedings, and one produced me a cleft palate. I have done, for this video's sake, I'm going to say crossbreeding is when you breed two different breeds. So outcross. I have done some outcrosses and still got cleft lips. Cleft lips, I'm gonna make a video on that because that's a real interesting topic, and you have to, you know, do a little bit of research if you end up having a puppy that has a cleft palate, to keep it alive. How severe is it, you know, etc., etc. So, you know, that's so those are your options. You're stuck with 3 options. That's it. That's all you can do, you know, unless, you know, you don't care about getting your American Bully and registering it with another registry and crossbreeding it with a whole different breed. You know, that's not something I'm interested in. I don't want to go that route. My 2 cents is there's no need. I've produced tiny American Bullies. Yeah, because I mean that's pretty much all I want. You know, when you go to the exotic, or like I say micro, you know, to me a micro is just a clean exotic. You know, they're pure American Bully paperwork because I'm producing them, and I've produced them up to 4 generations. So I don't think it can be considered an exotic on paperwork. Maybe some people will say no, some people say yes. I feel like I could do it because it'll be so clean and so small that I could easily transfer it over to the exotic community and they'll accept me. But that's just my vision of what I want to do, where I want to go with it. So if you want to go a different route with it, and I'm not saying you're wrong, that's your personal choice. But like I said, I just want super tiny dogs that are clean, that can breathe, that can walk properly, that have nice rears, that don't have a high rear. You know, they have a nice rear with definition, you know, etc., etc. So, you know, it's each their own. The exotic community, you know, if it's small, I haven't seen them turn away a small dog. So, you know, as long as it's bully, you know, you're not going to have no tiny chihuahua up in there. You know, it's got to resemble, you know, most on paperwork, most of the exotics have American Bully parents, you know. People, you know, mix this and mix that. That's why, as far as me, all I have is American Bullies. I have Snoop, which he's a Staffordshire Terrier, but, you know, he does not mingle with the other dogs. So there's no accidental ties. You know, he's put up. You know, he's only out when nobody's out. That way, you know, nobody just jumps into my backyard and think they're gonna steal my dogs. So everybody got worm today. This beauty right here. You know, her feet are a little bit easty-westy. That's not a turn off to me at all. You just gotta, you know, breed it to a dog that, you know, if you breed it to a dog with some nice feet, you know, you can get nice feet. If you breed it to a dog with easty-westy feet, you can still get nice feet. Grand Champion Chumper, you know, he has some easty-westy feet, and Savage has amazing feet. Roy Zarelli, amazing feet. A lot of Savage's daughters have amazing feet, like this girl right here. You know, like that girl up there. You know, some of the girls are in the house that I'm breeding right now. I'll make a video of that because I'm breeding Red Bull to both of them. I'm about to get done here, clean up the yard, and then do another breeding. So, you know, back to what the 2 different people said. Another good thing it would be is if you know somebody who's has the same bloodline as you, who has the same siblings from your dogs, and say they did an inbreeding, you know, see how their litter turned out. But me personally, I haven't met anyone who's doing the same breedings. Well, no, I take that back. I met a guy who did a Champion Lucky Luciano child to a Grand Champion Futuristic child, and I've done those breedings plenty of times. And I've been happy with what I have, but even then, it's not even 100% because still the parents were different. You know, yes, Champion Lucky was the father of the pup I use, and yes, Grand Champion Chumper was the father of the pup I use, but I didn't breed to the same female that the other guy owns. So our dogs still are only 50% related. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be so hard to find somebody that has the same pup from the same litter as you, and then they're going to breed to the same bloodline as you. And that's okay. Say you breed to a Dachshund. Okay, well, which Dachshund did you breed it to? Did you breed it to Lucky? Did you breed it to Louis V? Did you breed it to Phenom? Did you breed it to Capshot? Did you breed it to Situation? Did you breed it to Spartacus? You know, who? Because all of those dogs have different mothers. So that's what I'm saying. So, you know, to me, just understand the responsibility of what might happen. And, you know, a lot of times when those cleft lip pups are born, they kill them. You know, I've always tried to keep them alive, and put them in a pet home if possible. Or, you know, the vet will charge you, you know, $10, $15 to go ahead and you know, give them a shot and put them down, you know. But it's up to you. Some people have full-time jobs and they can't dedicate, you know, every 3 hours to feeding a pup. You know, so each to their own. I have breeders say, oh, they can never live. Oh, I've saved several. Then you can also do surgeries on them as well when they get older. Oh, what's the case? But, you know, everybody doesn't have the same situation as I do, so it's you know, it's different. But you know, it's your business. You're an adult. You have to make your own decisions and go from there. Me personally, heck yeah, I did it twice. Will I do it in the future? Yes, I will. I've done all the breedings. I've done line breeding. I've done crossbreeding. I've done inbreeding, and I'll continue to do it. And my dogs are becoming more consistent. My dogs are starting to get. This guy drinking some water. He's huge. He's looking amazing. These right here are some of well, no, I take that back. They're not related to Savage in any way. Yeah, they're not. Well, other than having Dax blood down the line, but closely they're not. But anyways, his feet is phenomenal. His feet is phenomenal. His head's phenomenal. His rear's phenomenal, and his back's phenomenal. When I catch him when he's alert, oh man, look at that head. I love his show crop. What else? So, you know, everybody's gonna have to make their own decision. So it's part of the breeding. So yeah, look, she's got some great feet on her. I love her ears, the rose ears. So, you know, that's that. So anybody that says, oh, you can't do that, oh, come on now. As far as us humans, like I tell a lot of people, us humans, we're all related. We're all from Adam and Eve. You know, we're just different parts of different trees, you know, but we're all related. You know, if you marry okay, I'm Puerto Rican, so if I marry a Puerto Rican, you know, in a sense, that's inbreeding. You know, ooh, no, it's not, you know, but how do you know that she's either your second cousin, your third cousin, your fourth cousin? Come on, think about it. Especially Puerto Rico, a little tiny island, you know, half the island got Rodriguez as the last name. And then don't forget, when you have a daughter, she loses her name. So for all you know, you just married your second cousin. You know what I'm saying? So I've known several people who married their spouse with the same last name. You know, were they closely related? How closely related were they? Who knows? You know, you can have a black person marry a white person and still get a baby with defects. You know, so whether you inbreed, you line breed, you crossbreed, you still have a possibility of getting birth defects. So I guess to wrap it up, that's my 2 cents when it comes to inbreeding, line breeding, and crossbreeding. And like I said, me personally, I don't see why not. I mean, I don't see what's the point of breeding to another dog breed for what? I got all the colors. I got every color in the blue world. You know, well, besides ticking, I don't have any ticking. Other than that, I have seal, I have chocolate, I have red, I have brown, I have fawn, I have lilac, I have blue, I have black. I got chocolate. What's left? Piebald, white, you know, blue brindle, red brindle, black brindle. What else is left? Trindle, you know. So it's like I could pretty much pull any color out of my dogs that I want. As far as sizes go, all I got to keep doing is keep going on the path I do. Go with the litters that consistently small dogs, breed it to a dog that consistently does the same thing. There you go. You increase your chances of getting a litter of smaller dogs. So that you know, that's my point. The only thing I would say is I want to add more bone. That's it. Everything else I'm cool with. Just bone. I got chest, I got head, I got height, I got rear, I got top line, I got fronts, I got chest. You know, I got color. The only thing is bone, but that's cool. You know, I only been breeding since 2016. I bought my first 5 dogs in 2015. So, you know, come on now. If you think you're gonna get in this community and buy a $1,500 dog and breed it to a $2,000 dog, and you're gonna have a litter of amazing dogs, and it's just gonna be phenomenal, and you're just gonna be the biggest, you're gonna be have the biggest stud in the community. I hate to break it to you, that's one in who knows how many. You know, I have seen leaps and bounds of growth with my own dogs. So, you know, you have to understand, a lot of these people, man, they've been breeding dogs for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Look at Ed Shepherd. You know, I think Ed Shepherd's been doing it for 30. But he may be doing it for longer. I'm not sure. I have to go look at them old videos. But you see what I'm saying? So, you know, in a sense, you got to be humble, but at the same time too, you know, you have to be proud of what you're doing. And yes, people have talked junk from the beginning. I mean, I had people calling me a liar and saying, making fun of me, talking about all their dogs were Prince songs names. That's where Prince came from. Everybody was making fun of me, calling me Prince. And they just thought I was lying, that I didn't use Louis V, that I didn't use Lucky Luciano, used him 3 times. I didn't use El Toro, used him twice. I didn't use Chumper, used him twice. Used Spartacus 2. Futuristic, I used him once. But then I bought a daughter that was inbred, which was Mona freaking Lisa. So, you know, they thought, you know, this little country bumpkin from Kentucky, you know, poor state, poor education, you know. Yeah, my education might not be the best, but you know, my knowledge in business and dogs is phenomenal. And they thought I was lying, and you know, so they was playing me because I had my hair all pretty. I was looking pretty, and they was calling me Prince, calling me gay, you know. And you know, it didn't bother me none, because at the end of the day, I'm happy with what I have. I'm doing great with the dogs. I'm still here. One of the dudes went to prison, lost his dogs. Another dude, I ain't gonna say his name, don't know what's going on with him, but he doesn't even have dogs. He told me he killed his dogs. Yeah, you know, they just, people like that are bitter, you know, just want to put other people down to lift themselves up, you know. So, you know, here I am, you know, 2020, baby. We talking about 5 years later. You know, this year, 2020, G-Line is here, baby. I have 4 generations that I've produced, 5 generations on my yard. We made it. Got my own bloodline. Got people buying dogs from all over the states. You know, so not over here trying to, you know, measure, you know, my cockiness and try to, you know, play others. But no, but like I said, I put in work. Who's been cleaning these kennels? Who's been feeding these dogs? Who's been taking these dogs to vets? Who's been raising these puppies? Who's been, you know, feeding them? Who's been giving them medicine? Me. So, yeah, I take pride in it, you know. Had to suffer a lot of stuff. My house smells like dog. I can't smell, but, you know, that's just the sacrifice I had to get to. Would it be like that forever? No. Do I like it like that? No. But you got to make some sacrifices. I'm very thankful for my wife because she puts up with it. You know, I helped her with her dream. She's helping me with mine. And when she retires, we doing something else. Help her again. But you know, it's getting late. Oh, and as you can see, that the little bit of hay that's in there, I put a little bit more in there last night because it was supposed to be the coldest last night. It dropped down to 14. Look at these little monsters. I put a lot more in there for them because they small and they all good. You know, little monsters doing good. Put some in there. Put some in there for all of them. Today it's warmer. Today well, I couldn't tell you how warm it was, but I'll tell you like this. I was out here working with a shirt on, shorts on. I'm not no more. I put on pants, but yeah, it got a lot warmer. So that's some knowledge right there on the inbreeding, line breeding, crossbreeding, and outcross. Those are the only 4 you can do. I'm only doing 3. Excuse me. So you just gotta stick with it. You know, come on now. I already knew. You know, when you start a business, you're gonna have haters. You're gonna have people trying to drag you down. You're gonna have people that don't like you because you're successful and you're doing what they couldn't do. They failed, so they have to tear you down. And you know, that's cool. Let them talk, because this is my talking right here. Right there. Look at him. See that poop? See that poop? I think it was diarrhea. That's my talking right there. Right there. I get up, so it don't faze me. You know, when I hear the words, I just gotta sit back and remember. Look where I'm at. 2020, baby. We still here. 2020. Look at this. Look at this. Right here, what you see. It's 4th generation. Right here. 4th generation. Little pigs ate too much, and then they get diarrhea. Right here, 4th generation. 4th generation. 4th generation. This right here, 4th generation. See all these dogs right here that I'll be breeding. They'll be producing my bloodline called G-line. So let me go, because this video is becoming too long. If y'all made it this far, in the comments below, put 45 for me. Definitely appreciate y'all. Definitely a whole lot of knowledge. And please give me ideas in the comments below what topics you want me to hit on, because this is amazing. I love to get topics and have stuff that I can look back on and have my family look on, because I got my wife helping me right now doing AIs and helping me around, because I'll be doing the breeding here in February, and I'm gonna be in March, and I'm gonna be gone. So I'm gonna have several dogs in heat at the same time, and I'm gonna need her help. You know, and that, you know, in this business, that'll be your best partner is your spouse. You can have kennel partners, but you never know. They might end up trying to steal your dogs. They might end up doing some bad business. They might not treat your dog or your business like you would want it to be treated. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, best person you can trust in is your spouse to handle the business. And I definitely appreciate it. Greco Bully Camp signing off, baby.